What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to lie. This is something that I've been thinking about doing, something that I've been thinking about getting into. And I actually am going to create a YouTube channel around this because this is more of a passion project, I would say. You know, a lot of the years that I've been doing business, I've been kind of cooped up in a room, going hard, going out, working in the office. I guess that's the best way I could say it. But I want to look for new beginnings, new futures, new fun, interesting, creative things to get into. It's just the type of person that I am. I'm always the type of person that wants to get into things creative. Now, you're looking at a Airbnb website or Airbnb rental or whatever you want to call this, vacation spot, whatever you want to call it. $107 a night. Looks pretty cool, in my opinion. And, this gave me inspiration, not just this page, but Airbnb as a whole. There's a huge market of this vacation rental type spots. And the thing that really caught my attention with Airbnb is there are people who are, doing tents. Like they have a tent that you could rent out. They have just literally a piece of land that you can rent out for camping. Houses, mansions, just a whole lot of different stuff. And so you get a whole wide variety of things on Airbnb. Pretty cool, in my opinion. And, honestly, guys, be 100% honest with you, it's really, really inspiring to me. And this is something that I want to get into. I'm just going to be honest, something that I want to get into. I want to get into learning more about Airbnbs. I want to get into, what makes Airbnb successful? What makes people book that Airbnb? What makes a family book an Airbnb versus a couple? I want to learn more about these things, but I also want to get involved. I want to build my first cabin by hand. I want to, build a house maybe. I want to do all these things. I want to get involved in this business. I think it's a cool way to take passive income and shuffle it into an investment that will generate more passive income. Now, I'm not saying it's going to make me rich or anything like that, and I'm not saying that I'm even ready to do this. Who knows? This could take me years to get involved in something like this, be in the right mental headspace, be in the right financial space, be in the right physical space, everything. But what's interesting to me is that there's so much opportunity, and this whole Airbnb thing has been blowing up for a lot now. Years. Maybe you guys can talk more about this than me, but I could tell you, and you guys could please chime in, because I'm still a newbie to this. I'm a beginner, but I'm just fascinated by the whole thing. And, it all started with just a video. And you guys know I like to watch YouTube videos. I'm subscribed here to this guy named Levi Kelly. And he does the best, at least in my opinion. I haven't seen too many other YouTubers, and I want to. I want to do a whole lot of watching, but I have a limited amount of time in the day where he does reviews of these Airbnbs. And I've noticed a lot of the reviews that he does, like I look up that Airbnb in the area that it is, and I see Airbnbs around it. And they don't have nearly as many reviews as the Airbnbs that he reviews. I find that pretty amazing. And I think this is going to be a new journey that I'm about to go on. And I'm in the research stage right now. I'm just researching, learning what it takes, and just learning as much as possible. You guys have seen my YouTube channel where we talk a lot about generating passive income. And the truth is that you guys know my biggest failure, my biggest mistake was not reinvesting my passive income. All the income that I earned, let's just say just last year, I lost about, 10% of it? What's the number of inflation this year? Was it 6%, 10%? I don't know what the number was, but that percentage just on inflation. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in 5, 10 years, how inflation is going to be? I want to take my money and put it into something that's bigger, better, and something that can generate income, but something that's tangible, and I don't know if there's some sort of ego or pride about something that's tangible, but it's just a different avenue. It's just something interesting for me, something that, if I have kids one day, or when I have kids one day, they'll be able to run or do something with it, and plus I've been really calling for something to be more in the outdoors for me, something that's, out there. And I know I haven't talked about this kind of stuff a lot, but maybe I've kind of alluded to the fact that I'm more of an outdoors kind of person. Being indoors and working on a computer all day is not my inherent nature, despite what it seems. But yeah, I gotta, eventually, maybe a year from now, maybe 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now, who really knows? But invest some time, money, and effort into starting something like this. This is eventually going to happen. Or at least that's what my heart is calling. So I figured I'd share that with you guys. This is a little bit different of a video, obviously. But I think there's nothing cooler than, for example, making money on a t-shirt website like Redbubble. Let's go ahead and whip out Redbubble here. Making money on a t-shirt website, taking all that income, buying a piece of land with it, buying a house with it, buying some equipment to build a cabin with, whatever it might be. Something that's physical. I think that's pretty cool. And I figured I'd mention it. I figured I'd just talk about it because this is something that I definitely want to get into. And I look at things now more of like investments, meaning like if I buy a power tool, let's just be, if I buy a power tool, and yes, I do intend on building these things myself. If I buy a power tool, I look at it like an investment that can make me money down the future by me building other properties with it. Or, if I buy a chainsaw and cutting down different trees, I could use that chainsaw as an investment. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just the way I look at things. I look at solar power like it's an investment, being off the grid like it's an investment. When you buy that, some, solar panels, that's an investment towards your future. And I am, to be honest, in the beginning of my business journey, I pictured this, glamorous lifestyle and the Lamborghinis and the mansions, and that's what got me kind of into it at first. But the deeper I got into business, guys, honestly, with personal experience, the more I drove away from that idea. I didn't want the glamour. I didn't want the fame, the crazy mansions and the cars. I just want to have a regular lifestyle where I'm just financially free and I don't have to worry about paying my bills the next month. To me, I much rather would have a beat down truck and just, have it paid off, even if it was old, versus having a Lamborghini that I'm struggling to pay, or I'm worried about paying, or I'm stressed out about paying the monthly mortgage on, not mortgage, what do they call it, a loan? Yeah, the loan on. That's just my opinion. Now, I know there are other people who are different. There are other people who get into business because they want the high life, the fast life, the fancy life, the nice cars, the nice houses, all that crazy stuff. And that's great. Honestly, I don't judge anybody for that because the reality is I think it just comes down to preference, to be honest. And, back in the day, when I first started business, I pictured myself in a penthouse. I pictured myself, on the top of Manhattan, penthouse, doing well financially. But now I don't picture that. Now I picture kind of like on a farm or, off-grid property, something, a little more outdoorsy. And I think that's just my inner nature kind of just like being frustrated with the position of being indoors all the time, working all the time. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy working on the businesses, online stuff. I enjoy putting blogs together, websites together, things that make me money, online t-shirts. And I get excited by that a lot. And I think that's in my blood. Like, I don't think I can stop doing that. But I think I do want to at least start researching or thinking about a new opportunity. And I will be creating a separate channel. The link will be in the description for the new Airbnb channel. I'm going to be doing like financial analysis behind Airbnbs, the economical side, the investment side, the building Airbnb, all these kind of different things. I'm not speaking at it from a point of view where I know what I'm talking about, because I don't. But I'm going to be sharing my point of view on things, like just, my thoughts, put it that way. And, who knows, on that channel, maybe in the future, I'll be building something. I'll be, doing something. Who knows? I mean, who really knows? You guys will see it. But I figured I'd just say that. That's something I do want to start, something that's interesting to me. And if you guys are in the same boat, check out the channel. I haven't posted any videos on it yet, so I'll just, forewarned is forearmed. I haven't posted any videos yet, but I thought about it. And I thought about, different videos where just tip videos, if this is something that you're going to get into as well, maybe some tips, maybe some ideas that I've thought about. And yeah, I figured I'd share that. I just was so inspired. I remember maybe a few years ago, honestly, was one of the first videos I saw on this channel. And it caught my attention. I said, do people really live like this? Like, I think I saw a video of like somebody off grid, or it was a couple off grid, and they were building something like a tent or something like that. Was it a tent? Or there was a different word for it. It was like one of those real big tents. Like, I'm talking like the size of a house. And I was confused. I was like, do people really live like this? And you guys got to realize I've been, living in the city life my whole life. So, I didn't realize that, but I've always wanted to go the outdoor lifestyle, go hunting, go fishing. And, it's things that I'm getting into now. So, there's always time for change, always time for expansion and understanding life in different aspects. But I figured I'd share that, and I figured I'd share it with the world by creating that channel. So I figured just say it, and if you guys want to take that journey with me, the link will be in the description, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.